Well, good morning. I feel these videos are getting later and later and later, and soon just no one's going to care what I sold in September, except that you should care. Now, if you've been following my little monthly updates on eBay, then you know I was just keeping like 20 things listed at any one time. Did it for a bit of fun. It was not really about making a profit. It was nice to make a bit of money, but I was averaging around 100 quid profit a month. It was really like no time at all really put into it until I got landed with those like 300 free items of clothing and shoes and boots, and let's just say September was wild and I've entered this whole new realm of part-time eBay reselling. Okay, so in September on eBay I sold approximately, 117 items. Madness. Absolutely bloody madness. So that's how many items I sold, and I'm obviously not going to show you all of them because this would be a ridiculously long video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick and choose what I show you, and I'm going to get a really nice range, anything interesting, any brands you might want to look out for, but also not just show you like the high earning things, but also some things that might not got much interest as the weeks went by. Now I do everything on an auction. I set the starting bid at something that I'm happy for it to go for if it just had one bid on it, and we see where it takes us. So let's jump straight in. I'll talk about how much I earned this month, that month, September, minus fees as well. So the first thing I sold in the month of September was this grey little wool cardigan from the White Company. Definitely found a trend. I had a few pieces, like white label pieces. As soon as they go up, they just get a lot of traction, a lot of views, a lot of watches. That's from my own personal, experience over the past like 6 weeks now of having all of these kind of brands and items up. So the White Company I always look out for, and that's sold for 20 quid, so not bad. This one really surprised me. It's a chunky Zara knit multicolored jumper. There was some pulling on the wool, which I did declare all of it really clearly, showed photos, and there was some bobbling. That was before I got my debobbler. I started, I think, off at like $4.99 because I was like, it's pretty well worn, but it had a lot of interest and eventually went for £10.50. So it just shows you. I mean, I took really clear photos, declared everything, all of the wear on it, but it still went. Quite a lot of Polo Ralph Lauren stuff, and I've just found that it's kind of hit or miss. Doesn't seem to be a very super popular brand to buy secondhand, like this grey little cardigan, little wool blend one, sold for a tenner. I think I only got one bid on that. Another interesting one was this little Zara women's, it's a feather down jacket, so obviously a little bit more, but super lightweight, little body warmer. That's sold for $12.99 and got positive feedback on that as well. So I had a lot of good things about white stuff. I'd never ever sold it on eBay, but got quite a few pieces if you watch that massive haul video that I filmed. This white stuff women's white wool mohair jumper sold for $6.99. Hey, squidge. Which is absolutely fine. There was nothing wrong with it, I don't think, but it was just a plain jumper. But then almost the exact same price, I sold a white stuff little cotton, I think it was, heart scarf with tassels for £6.50. Like, absolutely nuts, like the difference. Like, that was a proper wool jumper for $6.99. It did have some wear on it, but then that scarf sells, you know what I mean? It's like there's no rhyme or reason sometimes. Now, as you saw, I got super excited in that haul over all the Salt Cornwall jumpers that I received. I got so many, and I sold them all. As soon as they went up, they sold that week within that round of bidding. And they got probably the most views and the most watches out of everything. It's just such a popular brand. So this lovely green one, they're all wool. This one went for £29.13. This other sea salt one, which is a beautiful dark green, had a gorgeous neck and like patterning on it, that sold for £34.1. I put them all up, I think I started them all at, was it $19.99? Or $24.99, I can't remember, but they all went at different prices and stuff, but absolutely crazy to watch it go. Sea Salt one, this off-white with a beautiful boat neck, very similar to the dark green one. It sold for £36. I remember I didn't pay anything for these, so obviously at the end when I give you my total, it's going to be biased because I've had to put no money out for these things. Like, super blessed. Now, another brand in September that I've noticed, I think I've only got 1 or 2 items left from this brand, and it's called Comme des Garçons. It's Comme des Garçons. They sell them in Selfridges. I have Converse, well I did, sold them from them, and they're really expensive. I think brand new, these t-shirts, they're really easy to recognize. So whenever I see stripes, I'm like immediately at them in the charity shop, just in case I found it. I think they sell for about £70 a t-shirt brand new in Selfridges, and these were all really good condition. Some were a little bit more wear and tear, Still really nice though, but you could tell they've definitely been worn a few times and washed. But I'm easy if they're in like fantastic condition. I sold all of those tops, like this one, the green and white striped one, for $29.99. Oh, I got positive feedback on that. Très bien. Let me have a look at the other ones. This blue and white striped one sold for $29.99. I will not go down on that unless the quality is a little bit less. This one, which is a bit different, not striped, again, $29.99. They just snapped up. This plain black had a couple of bids on, went for $30.99. This 100% wool one, and for 100% wool it was really soft as well, went for $39.99, this jumper. This polka dot one went for £30. Like, it's just nuts. It's absolutely nuts what they are going for. It really is. So if you ever see Comme des Garçons, so long as it's in really good condition, just the plain t-shirts for £30, that's absolute madness. So I've been also introduced to the world of COS, and that brand, there's a wasp on my window, go away. One hell of a brand that is, if you can pick that up. I sold this chunky knit wool silk blend, come on, for £24.09. Shockingly at this black boxy cotton shirt from COS actually didn't go till its like 4th round and only sold for £9.99, but it was super unique. But it was just a black shirt at the end of the day. It had a super unique neckline and everything, but there we go. These, I am so bloody chuffed. These COS wool black, no, they're not a black. I did an oopsie, they're actually grey. I don't know why there's black in the title. Someone messaged me, I think it's the person who bought them, and asked. I think you made a mistake, because everywhere else it said grey, but in the title it said black, and it was like coming to the end. I was like, yeah, they're definitely grey. £53. They were so cool, these drop crotch ones. So 53 quid for that, could not complain. I sold this COS women's wool cashmere blend coat, perfect time. You know, everyone's looking at coats right now, for £52. Positive feedback received, was a gorgeous coat. This COS women's corduroy navy blue jacket, £31. Black leather, flat lace-up trainers, $14.99, pretty happy with that as well. This t-shirt, I just wanted to give an honourable mention. It is just literally a dark teal t-shirt. That's all it is. It's a dark teal t-shirt, plain, normal, sold for £7.51. It had like 4 bids on it. For a t-shirt, it's a good name. Sold, now, this is about selling items that have flaws or defects in. I sold these wool cashmere high-rise wide leg trousers, which is, I searched for that, like, wide leg trousers are very popular. But these had like, it must have been from the wash, but almost like rippling in the material. I really did like disclaim it in bold and show and everything, but they still sold for $19.99. And I got positive feedback, even though there were issues with it. As long as you're photographing it, being very upfront and clear, and adjusting your price accordingly, you know, you don't have to sell mint condition, you know, items, things. Sweaty Betty, I didn't actually know, but I sold this. It's like a skiing base layer thermal by Sweaty Betty. Sold this for £16, got positive feedback. Didn't know there was actually leggings, ski base layer leggings that were the exact same, and I could have sold them in a matching set, which would have been really cool. Got 16 for that. I have put those up now, and they haven't sold yet, but they always get a little bit of interest anyway. Right, let's have a look at sportswear in the month of September. She had a lot of sportswear, and I haven't even got through it all yet. She had so much. Unless it's super unique, if I had to pay for these items, I wouldn't make much from them. So I'm definitely keeping that in mind when I'm looking, but let's have a look at some of the Nike stuff I sold. So I sold a pair of these Nike Women's Air Max Thea mid-top ale brown trainers. I don't know how to find out exactly what type of trainers or shoes, and I'll get to shoes and stuff in a minute. I literally use Google Lens on my phone, take a picture of them, and it searches the web and scours the web for those shoes, and then I can just pull all the keywords from like either the Adidas website, the Nike website, or any kind of website that's reselling them. All those for £22. Pair of black jogging bottoms, Nike, $9.99. This green little dry fit tank top sold for $7.99, and these all sell really quick. It's an all year round item, because people still wear sportswear all year round. They might just pair it if they're going running with a jumper or a jacket or something, but they're still wearing, you know, jogging bottoms, sweatpants, yoga pants, dry fit tank tops to the gym. They're still wearing all that, even if it's freezing outside. So got this brand new with tag Nike sports bra. Had quite a few bids on this. It went for £17.03. This one I was super excited about because, as you know, I got 2 designer suits. One was a Ted Baker and one was a Reese. two-piece suits for women, really unique. Already sold one, mentioned it in my last month's thing for August. And the Reese one finally sold. There was a woman who really wanted it, but it started just picking up traction. The first time round, it got like no interest. I started the bidding off of £59.99 and went for £67. I was absolutely chuffed. Oh, this was a whole new brand, and I don't know how much you'd actually find it. I'm guessing this lady who gave me all this stuff went to Iceland and they didn't realize how cold it was, because I got this genuine Icelandic wool jumper, which sold for $39.99, and the woman messaged me as soon as she got it. She was so in love with it. It was like, oh, it's Icelandic wool. It was rough and, you know, really not soft at all. It was thick and chunky and warm, so she was chuffed. The brand actually, Barber, if I'm saying that correctly, sold a couple of things now by Barber really quickly. This lamb's wool chunky jumper went for £23. Oh, and here's another example. I got positive feedback on this as well. Oh my god, I forgot to tell you, I'm a top-rated eBay seller. I got the badge, I got the thing. It happened! This rag and bone red and white jumper is merino wool, and there was a small stain on this, so small. And I only realised when I was photographing it, and I'm not gonna lie, I was just lazy. I didn't want to have to wash it. It's wool, it's a wool jumper. So I photographed it really well, and it sold for $29.99, and the woman was absolutely chuffed with it. So I was like, excellent. I sold this Zoe Marsden cashmere, like a jumper vest. I didn't know how to describe it. It had like a white bat on it and it was blue. Took a few rounds for this, but that sold for £20. Sold a few little things like necks and Debenhams, which really didn't do very well, but you know, it wasn't too much of a surprise. This was a really nice like crochet chunky knit jumper. It was really cool. I tried it on though and it didn't suit me, even though it was very much me. That sold for £6. I was happy to let it go. It was just a little neck jumper. And just like this, a Debenhams, really beautiful, like a little party dress, but it was definitely more of a summer dress. And I couldn't, you know, I forgot to take out the title, but someone did snap it up. I went round and just lowered loads of the items that weren't selling from my past that I picked up. Got $4.99. Oh, the Fred Perry and Amy Winehouse collection top sold $34.99. It did take a few rounds on this one, $34.99, and yeah, haven't heard anything back, no feedback or anything, but I hope they enjoy it. It's a really cool shirt, but I was like, am I placing this too high? But I had done my research. I was like, no, I'm sticking with $34.99 starting bid, and it sold. This one actually surprised me. This is a Marks & Spencer's cashmere roll neck jumper, and I've had like wool jumper and things, and it really does depend on when you put it up and who's looking for what at what point and how much they're willing to spend. Obviously, that's, you know, how it works. But it sold for £25. I think that was definitely an offer. They went way above my asking price. I think I started at $17.99 and there were some watchers, but she swooped in, offered £25. I was like, I'm taking it. And I got positive feedback. Now, an exciting one. This one is really exciting. I went through all of the shoes and boots, and when I came across this pair and researched them, holy crap was I excited. The brand is called Red Wing. They're a mock toe women's brown mahogany leather boots. I started the bidding at these at $99.99 because they sell on their website for like £300 or something plus. I bid £100 and someone came in about midweek of it first going up and offered me £120. There were scuffs on it, and that's the thing, there were scuffs. Some of these boots had sold for about 150 odd pounds, but they were like pristine, came with the box and everything, were used, were worn, but really well looked after. Now I did buff these up with some polish, but there were some scuffs I just couldn't get out and they were inevitable. There was creasing in the leather. So I was like, if you can get 150 for like used but impeccable condition, then I'm gonna just start my bidding at $99.99. Someone swooped in with an offer for £120. I took it, they loved them, left me great positive feedback. So I was chuffed. So Red Wing, look out for Red Wing when you're out and about, because holy crap, they sold so quickly. They were getting so many views, and as soon as I saw that offer, and I went back and looked at all the comped, and I was like, that is a really good offer for the amount of scuffs that are on them and the condition they are in. And I was so nervous, but when I received positive feedback, I was like, yes, she was happy with them. The All Saints coat that I got, it was a black wool blend. I really wanted it for myself, but it was a tad too small. I wouldn't be able to wear a jumper under it. Very important decisions you need to make when buying a coat. Can you get a chunky jumper under it? But it did go, took a little while actually, which was really surprising, but it eventually went forward to £42. Because I haven't really been, you know, getting things from the charity shop, because I don't need to, because I got so many items that still need to go up, still to this day, yes. I did though. They caught my eye. I picked up 2 vintage jumpers from the sweater shop. I was like, oh, 90s, it's screaming to me. Paid £3 each. I did check comps in the charity shop just to make sure I was like, my instinct was correct and it was bang on. But I exceeded the comps that I was seeing. I was like, yes. So one, I took an offer of £30 on. I thought that was really good. I thought that was great. And it was. That's a fantastic little profit margin there, Ali. And then I let the other one run on auction and it sold for £36. Bloody lovely. We love to see it. Oh, something else that surprised me. I had a pair of Doc Martens sandals and I was like, how am I going to sell these when winter is creeping upon us from the depths? But I did. 26 quid. If I'd have held on to them and sold them in summer, then I probably would have got a lot more for them. But at the end of the day, I might not be doing this come summer. Life's taking me all over the place right now. Who knows where we're going to be? Get them on, get them sold. This one was a massive one. This Montaigne lightweight puffer jacket sold for £67.97. So much interest. I got so many offers thrown at me and I declined every single one of them because I could see the views and the watches were like way higher than my other items, and I had a feeling I was like, reject all the offers, and no offer came close to that. So I was absolutely chuffed. I had a bidding war at the end. Great result. This one's weird. Again, the White Company, but a pair of pajamas sold for £24. They were like brushed cotton pajamas. I never thought I could sell pajamas, but I've sold a couple of pairs now, and if you get the right brand, you can sell secondhand pajamas. I mean, they were beautiful condition, clean, fresh. I cleaned them again anyway. But yeah, banging. Here's another nice high seller. So another brand you might want to look out for in boots. It is a pair of Fly London leather wedge boots, and I sold them for £60.80. I had hundreds of views on this item. As soon as I put them up, it was getting so much attention. Sold, yeah, £60.80. Quite a few bids went on those, bidding all week long on those, up and up and up and up, and at the end, like, bidding war and finished and done. Anything else of interest, or is that it for now? I think that's it, you know. That is it. So that is not every item I sold, obviously, because we had far too many for me to show you all of them. But that was just me picking and choosing some, you know, some still learning. Getting all those items was a fantastic learning experience to learn like what brands to look out for, and just really watching like the views, the watches, and every time it rolls over. Really learning a lot this past couple of months, and it's been a lot of fun. So I hope this helped you out and gave you some maybe new brands to look out for. But again, this is just my experience, what's been going on. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. So if you're all nosy and you want to know, I'm going to tell you how much I earn. So this is before fees, before eBay takes their 10%, before PayPal take their, what is it, almost pretty much 5% almost. What is it, 2.75 plus 25p? I should say 5%. So before all that, including anything that I paid for taken out, which was barely any items because they were all given to me. So this is gonna sound like a lot, and it is. In the month of September, I raked in total of £2,178.93 in sales before eBay's fees. After eBay's fees, now I haven't done a precise science and gone and looked, but using what I know and I have been charged, that was the biggest eBay bill of my life. The one I got for bloody September. It will be around £1,700 clean profit. So yeah, it might be a little bit under that, might be a little bit above that, but I'm pretty sure it might be a little bit under. So that's a thing that happened in September, and I know you've all been waiting for this video, so there you go. I'll try not to leave it as late next time. But then again, I'm not going to promise that. I'm really not. I can't promise you that, because even in my head I'm already breaking it, so I'm not going to say that. Anyway, it's done now. Hope you enjoyed it, and let's have a discussion down below. Have you sold many of these brands? Are you getting into eBay? Are you like a fully fledged full-time eBayer? Like, I'm still not. It's just a lot of fun, and I do want to get through all of these items and sell them. Whether I'll be doing this time next year, I doubt it, but it is a little fun, and I'm glad you're joining me along the journey. So subscribe, like, comment, all the fun stuff. I think the next video is going to be bookish. Secondhand bookish. All right, goodbye. I need coffee. Definitely need coffee. Bye.